what up? It's your boy. You know, there isn't really a whole lot of news, especially bad news, that is to be reported every day in Japan. You know, when they say that Japan's crime rates are really low, they really do mean it, because at the end of the day, this country is quite safe and secure. There isn't really a lot of crimes, or at least not a lot of crimes that are reported, especially compared to other Western countries that seem to have just this bucket load of crimes to spill out onto news coverage. So it is a little bit difficult for me to continually find at least interesting or, news that I can talk about from Japan in videos like this. So, I wasn't really expecting to find anything gold when I was looking through the news today. But I feel like I now know what it feels like to have been part of the gold rush back in the 30s, because my god, I dug up a fat fucking nugget today, let me tell you. Teenager turns herself in over suspected cheating on Japan's nationwide university exam. This country is very peaceful. Fuck the fact that we broke a new record of cases in Tokyo. I think we broke 60,000 cases in Tokyo as of me recording this video today. That's not even news anymore. That's just common knowledge. Let's talk about the fact that a schoolgirl, cheated on a university exam and, mind you, turned herself in. So it says here, a 19-year-old female has turned herself in to the Kagawa Prefectural Police on Thursday in connection with the suspected cheating incident during the January 15th common test for university admissions, officials investigating the case said. The teenager is believed to have told police that she was involved in the sending of photos of test questions during the exam to university students who provided answers. So you might be thinking, how did this happen? How could it be that a nationwide university exam, especially in a country like Japan that takes its exams very, very seriously. There are school kids who will literally die to get into their university of choice to make themselves and all their parents proud, right? So cheating on an exam shouldn't be an easy thing to do. According to investigators, someone identifying on social media as a second-year female high school student asked at least 4 university students via Skype, what is this, 2015, for advice on how to prepare for the entrance exam, which is usually taken by third-year high school students. So already right there, she's lying about her age, which, anyone who has been on the internet knows no one is the age that they actually say they are on the internet. Come on, that should be common knowledge by now. According to the sources, the advice seeker sought answers to test questions sent in the form of photos via Skype on the morning of January 15th to the university students. The questions in the photos are consistent with those on the World History B test that was being conducted during the time the images were sent. The university students said they did not realize the questions were from the actual test when they completed them and sent the answers back before the test ended. And it really does suck for the university students to help them out. They didn't know, right? Obviously, who would they weren't thinking, this girl actually just wants us, the university students, to do her fucking test for her, because that's going to be a great start to your university life, not knowing half the shit that you learned and answered in the test because you just got someone else to do it for you. But the part that just made me kind of facepalm several times was just the fact that this girl went out of her way, right, to basically cheat the system. And don't get me wrong, I am not condoning cheating in tests as long as you don't get caught, or at least in this case, as long as you don't out yourself. Because we all know the school system is fucked in so many ways, and a lot of the stuff that you learn in school doesn't actually help you, yada, yada, yada. I don't want to go into the whole, school curricula thing and just, bash on curricular, creators and teachers and stuff like that. You're all doing a wonderful job. I had a great time in high school, and I loved all my teachers, as an FYI. But, a World History B test is a fairly common knowledge test, and, most people don't really utilize that test especially, or the answers to that test, in their adult livelihood. So, it's understandable that you'd want to perhaps, try and have it a little bit of an easier way, right? And I thought at first, this high school girl was kind of big brain, because clearly this slipped through everyone's crack. It slipped through the fucking MPD's cracks even. So, I thought she was on some fucking galaxy brain shit with this. Not even the university students knew that they were being bamboozled. But I guess, maybe this was the first time that this high school student has ever, done a devious lick, as the kids like to call it today. Because I guess she was just so crushed by an absolute wall of guilt that overcame her after she finished her test, that she literally finished the test, walked out of the classroom, walked to the closest police station, and deadass said to them, "I cheated on my test. Please arrest me." I think what blows my mind the most about this story, overall, is the fact that this is a top trending story. How dare she? It is the end of Japan as we speak. And the fact that, again, this happened and it got the police involved. Like, this couldn't have just been like a school thing. Like, you couldn't have just, like, you know, gotten the fucking school administration to look into this shit and just, you know, take measures into their own hands. Like, why did you have to get the fucking police involved? This really just shows that if you want to have the most boring job in the universe, all you have to do is be a police officer in the middle of nowhere in Japan, because literally no notable crimes actually happen often enough for you to be able to do your job on a daily basis. Because, mind you, again, this is a story, and this story all took place in Kagawa Prefecture. And if you can look on the map and you do a little bit of research, you'll know that Kagawa is literally, I think, like the second or third least populated prefecture in all of Japan. So, in other words, there is a whole lot of nothing in that prefecture, and the fact that the police department in Kagawa had to get involved to basically do this whole fucking, like, multi-day investigation, basically doing a round of cyber policing to figure out how this girl managed to cheat the school system and, you know, and bamboozle a bunch of university students into doing her university entrance exam for her, is so telling. It really says a lot about the absolute state of Kagawa Prefecture. And again, look, like, I'm not condoning, again, cheating on tests. Like, I never had the balls to do it, right? Like, I was a good Asian student. I studied and I did my tests with 100% purity in my heart. I never had the balls to cheat because I knew that I wouldn't be able to get away with it. And let's be real, this news story is coming out literally 2 weeks after the girl turned herself in for cheating on a university entrance exam. So suffice to say, if it took them 2 weeks to figure it out, find the leads as to how exactly she cheated on her test, it's suffice it to say that if she had never outed herself, she probably would have gotten away with it. Let's be real. But it does kind of suck that, the university students were also questioned about it, thinking that they were in, like, cohorts with this high school girl, when clearly it seems like they weren't. They really did actually get jebaited by this big brain 5-head high school girl. I don't even want to call her 5-head high school girl, because if you were 5-head, you wouldn't fucking turn yourself in, let's just say that. So yeah, I guess, sucks to be the schoolgirl, sucks to be the cheater. If you thought you were bamboozling everyone, you just ended up bamboozling yourself. And let this be a lesson to anyone in Japan, anyone especially in the Kagawa prefecture, that you can cheat all you want, but most likely you will not be able to handle it. You will be overcome, consumed by an immense amount of guilt, to the point where you will be crying your way to the nearest police station to be like, "Officers, please take me in. I am a criminal. I cheated on my exam." So yeah, that was just like a funny, ridiculous story from Japan that I just wanted to talk about. I guess let me know down in the comments below, have you ever cheated on your high school exam? I love how I asked that question even though the moral of the story was, if you cheat, don't out yourself. So yeah, maybe don't answer that question. Instead, answer the question, what do you think about this story? Rest assured, Japan is still a very safe, nothing really horrible or tragic rarely happens type of country. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel by smacking my face right here. Let's keep making big channel number go bigger. Over here next to my head is a couple more videos you can check out as well if you enjoyed this one, and my social media links and everything is down in the description below. If you'd like to recommend a news story or any type of video that you would like me to do on this channel, then I guess leave them down in the comments below or send them to me via Twitter. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!